Hey, very good morning from Hyderabad. This is Dharmesh. Welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a long time that I've posted a vlog. It has been a very busy time for me on the work front. Lots of work coming up in 2022. But I'll try to be more dedicated towards my hobby, on photography and videography. There are a couple of trips also I'm planning. Once Omicron subsides, I'll take the car out. But in the meantime, I just wanted to do a small vlog on the upgrades that I did a couple of months ago and how they're performing, and a few upgrades that I'm going to do in the coming months. And there are a couple of questions that have been creeping up mostly on social media on the Taigun. I would like to even address that as well. So let's get started. We'll go to the car. Okay, so the first things first. The LED lights that I upgraded, so you can see that the low beam is on right on both the sides. I have not switched on the high beam because it might blind the camera. I cannot show you. So I've been using this for the past couple of months now. So earlier I used to have halogens in them. I think the highway performance is decent. It is good. It is better than what I had in the halogens. But I think if it would have been a projector headlamp unit, it would have been more better, right? So people who can afford around 60 to 70,000 to upgrade only just on the headlights, I would ask them to preferably go to the Volkswagen center and buy these lights from top line. They're not selling it right now. I think it will be another year or so till they can be available in the market, but at least that will be a good buy. But this is still decent, very good, right? Even the high beam is really nice, so I think this does the job better than the halogens. So one of the most important questions that I keep coming across is the halogen lights. So these are still the fog lights. These are still halogen for me on both sides, so I've not changed them. And when people are asking to get that changed as well, people want to get them changed as well, but my suggestion is not to go and change them, because both of these lights have their own way of working. All right, so in foggy or heavy rainy conditions, the fog lights will be really handy, and white light doesn't do good in foggy conditions. You'll get blinded. Halogen is very good only in foggy conditions. So I think that is something that you really need to maintain a halogen. That is my thought. Again, it's up to you guys of what you want to do. And the next thing that I had installed was the woofer. So the next thing that I had installed was the woofer. Sorry for the mess. So this is my badminton kit and all. Right. So you can see here, this is the woofer in the wheel. So it doesn't take space at all. But one problem is, I think the jack is. I had to make sure that the jack needs to be placed properly. So I actually cut this thermocol part into half, and it is little less, but again I need to make sure that I place it properly. I'm not yet thought of how to do that. I'll try to give you a demo, but I'm not sure whether the bass will be captured in the video or not, because this is a spare wheel woofer. It is not that woofer that you get this big tubes and all. It will not be that heavy, but it will be really subtle, and it will be really enough for your car. It will not be overwhelming as such. Correct? So let me try to do that. Okay, I just played some very heavy bass music. You can hear that. Hopefully you can hear that, because last time when I tried to record from inside the cabin, I was not able to record this, because the bass would be really very subtle, and that is what you need in a car. Correct? It will be like a theater effect, to be really frank. Hopefully you guys heard that bass. Hopefully it was recorded, because last time when I tried to record from the cabin, it didn't record because the bass is really subtle and it really hits you in the ear, in this body. It hits on your body. The reason being, it is a subwoofer that is placed inside the boot, basically inside the tire, and you get a lot of heavy bass here, but the bass when it travels to further front, it becomes really subtle. And the main thing is this: normally the woofers that you get for cars, they are in the frequency range from 40 Hz and above, and that is not something that you would get in an home theater system. Generally, for really expensive and good woofer, it needs to be at least 25 Hz. That will get the lowest amount of bass you get, and that hits you in the heart, right? So that's the kind of feeling you get, pumping heart feeling that you get with a really good bass. But this is 40 Hz is good enough. It hits you in the body. You get a little used to in the first 2 weeks for using it, because it's a little different of how the bass hits you. So I think that is something that I really like of the Woofer. I think that's a very good addition for myself in my car. I really like it. The existing audio system sucks. It's really bad. So that's about the woofer, guys. So I think hopefully it is recorded. If it is not recorded, I'll again put a YouTube shot on my video and on YouTube, and I'll try to see if I can record it in some other way. All right. So these are the two upgrades that I did recently, and I'm really happy with them. Probably a small niggles here and there. For this woofer to perform good, I think I need to go ahead and damp the whole boot. So that is something I need to do. People say that damping is not necessary for Volkswagen, but this is a Volkswagen, but not a typical German car. To be frank, it is 80% of the German car because it's made in India. And there have been a lot of compromises on a little bit of quality here and there, but it is still a very good car. But I think damping is really necessary for making sure that this woofer works awesome. And also, I think I need to even install an amplifier to make sure that that the woofer performs really very good. So that was about the woofer, guys. So amplifier is something that I will be installing in this. Components probably later, but damping is really something that I'll get it done soon. Okay. Now coming up to the upcoming upgrade. So probably there are a couple of things that I need to upgrade right now. I have in my mind, and one more upgrade that I would like. It would be mostly a small cosmetic upgrade. So you can see this part over here, right? This part. So generally in GT line or something, you get a badge saying that it's a GT, right? And it covers the whole of this socket over here, and it extends a little bit over here as well. So that thing really looks dope, and I really feel that it completes the whole car. So I think that is something that I'll get. So someone on Facebook posted that is available for 2,000 rupees at the Volkswagen showroom. I'll check with them and I'll get the update. So if I'm getting an update, I'll anyways post that in a video. Okay. There has been a lot of questions on the tires, on the Highline, specifically on the Highline and the Comfort line, that people want to upgrade them to the top line or the GT's tires. But I'll tell you a good reason why not to upgrade them, right? So let's have a closer look. So if you see the tire specifications, right, it here clearly says that it is 205 by 60 R16. So basically, it clearly says that it is 205 by 60 R16. So hope you guys what this means. So this is like the width of the tire, 205 this part, and this 60 says that it is the height of the tire is 60% of 205, and this sits on a tire which has a rim diameter of 16 inches, right? So this alloy is of 16 inches diameter, correct? And this looks really dope. Okay, this is a good alloy. This looks very nice. And when you go to top line or the GT models, you have almost the similar specification, but you have a 205 by 55% of this width of the tire, and that sits on an R17, correct? So this is a bigger tire than that. So probably an inch bigger than this. But overall, the circumference of the tire, that is from here to here, it will try to maintain the same. So that's what the logic is, right? Even though the tire change is different, the alloy is different, they'll try to make sure that the width of your whole tire, the circumferences would be same. But it will be 5 to 10 centimeters here and there, because practically the exact number wouldn't be possible. So having said that, this is a really good tire, and I think as you guys know that the suspension on this Taigun is a little firm. And whenever you have this kind of tire, right, so it has, you can see the height of the tire is little big, correct, and that will actually absorb a lot of bumps and speed bumps. And when it comes to the GT line or Highline, the height of the tire is a little less, and the wheel is big, so the ride gets even more firm, right? So there are people online who have been reaching out to me not to me, generally to folks online to exchange their tires within Highline. So they want to give away their GT tires or their top line tires for an Highline tires, because their ride is getting really firm and really getting uncomfortable. Probably the people with top line or GT, they can tell us more about it. It might get a little firm, but again, it is personal preference. But this will give you a really comfy ride for sure. So this is the best thing you can do. So don't exchange your tires. If you're coming already with a GT or an top line tires and you're happy with it, that's perfectly fine, no worries. Don't go for exchanging it for a Highline. If you're happy with your setup, it is perfectly fine. If you're an Highline guy or a Comfort line guy, you want to exchange it to GT or something, don't do that, because that will give a little bit more plush ride compared to the top end. So that is my take on the tire changes, because I have a lot of questions online on whether to go ahead and get it exchanged or buy the new tires. I think the new tires itself will cost you around 60,000 rupees, right, with the alloys. That's again a dead investment, because I think these even look really dope. If you see mostly the expensive brands, right, they have this simple steel wheels, alloys. They don't have this diamond cut and all. So they have started coming up recently, but I think yeah, that's my personal take on it anyways. So that's one thing. And coming to tires, I think there's one small upgrade that I wanted to make. That is mostly an, you know, so that's mostly an cosmetic upgrade that I really wanted to do, and that is the brake calipers. So if you can see here, the brake calipers over here are, they're like normal, what are the natural colors they come up with. So I wanted to paint them red so that they look good on these wheels, but I'm not sure how will it look because the wheel covers most of the tire. So I don't know whether this would really pop out with that red color or not. But anyways, it will not cost much. It will cost around, I don't know, I'm guessing around 3,000 to 5,000 mostly. If it does, I'll get that upgraded soon. So that's about the tire, guys. So look wise, these look decent enough, but the top liner of the GT wheels look really dope. They look proportional to the car, and they really look like a really expensive BMW or an Audi. That still looks really good on the car when compared to its competitors, but again, it depends on you. If you are going for an look, go ahead. If you want purpose, then stay with these, right? So that is my thoughts on these tires. And the one last thing that I would want to upgrade is probably not the last thing, but the immediate upgrade that I really want to do. So one last immediate upgrade that I really want to do is the IRVM. Oh my god, the IRVM in this sucks, man. It's just a plain mirror, and when I went on the highway last week, I think it blinded me totally. It was really hard to drive in the highway. So I really want to get an auto dimming IRVM for that. So you get a third party auto dimming IRVM for 3,000 to 5,000 rupees. I'm not sure where and which quality. I need to do some research on that, but I definitely will be getting that done for sure. So that is something that I think the Highland or Comfortland people should get it done, because on the highways it is really blinding you with the lights on the rear. So that is something on that. So that's it about the video, guys. So I think I covered all the questions, all the upgrades that I did, and what I felt about them for a long time. I'll keep doing more because there are a couple of things that I need to get done. As I mentioned, the damping is pending, right? I need to get the IRVM. I want to paint the brake caliper, and there are a few other small things that I want to do here and there. So probably I'll keep you posted on that slowly. I'll get them done depending on my work. Whenever I get free time for work, I'll get that done, right? And I'll be putting a new series on Ladakh as well. So on how to plan for Ladakh, because it is 2022 and people are starting to plan for Ladakh in the month of June, May, so on. So I'll start planning on that. Stay tuned, stay safe, stay happy, wear a helmet, wear a seatbelt. I'll talk to you guys in the next video.